Hello, listeners. So, I've been playing around with 11 Labs, and as many of you know, for whoever listens, I am writing a blog as well, a written blog. So, I thought it'd be cool to also import my blogs into audio and upload them here. So, I've been playing around, if I can speak right, with 11 Labs, and that's a website where you can either upload and create your own personal text-to-speech voice with your own voice, or you can choose from options that they have. So I'm still playing around with it. I haven't customized my text-to-speech voice. Sounds weird to say that. Can you imagine the age we live in today? Anyway, but I chose one of their default already made voices that they have available. And I had it read one of my recent blog posts. Now, it's not a very interesting blog post, I guess. I guess to some it might be, but I just wanted to try it out and see how it goes and see how you guys like it. So if you have any questions or comments, my contact info will be in the description. And here on Spotify, you can also leave comments directly. So that would be awesome. I would love to hear from anybody who's listening. I haven't gotten any comments or anything yet, but I would love to hear from anyone or any topics you would like to hear me talk about. Or on YouTube, you can also always comment under any podcast video. And again, all my contact information is in the description as well. So you can get a hold of me many different ways. But anyway, here we go. So I'm going to upload the audio after this. And this blog post was called Topics I Would Like to Be Informed About, I can't think of the title right now, but it's Topics I Would Like to Learn More About and Be More Informed About. That was a daily prompt on WordPress, and I answered it, and this is my response. So take care, have a great day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you.
Law. Understanding how the law works is crucial for navigating society, ensuring justice, and protecting our rights. There are many facets of the law that I'd like to be more informed about to gain a clearer picture of how our legal system operates and affects our daily lives. Here are a few key areas I'm interested in. 1, I'd like to understand more about the different levels of the legal system in the United States, from local and state courts to the federal court system. Learning about how cases move through these different levels, how appeals work, and what the distinctions are between civil, criminal, and constitutional law would help demystify the process of how justice is administered. 2, the Constitution is the foundation of American law, and I want to better understand how it shapes our legal system, especially regarding civil rights and liberties. Understanding landmark Supreme Court cases, how they were decided, and their impact on society would be invaluable in grasping how legal interpretations can evolve over time and affect everyday life. 3. The criminal justice system is a topic that often comes up in discussions about reform and fairness. I'd like to learn more about how criminal law works, from policing and prosecution to sentencing and incarceration. This includes understanding the debates around criminal justice reform, such as the fairness of sentencing laws, the impact of mandatory minimums, and the push for restorative justice. I think it's essential to understand the legislative process, how laws are proposed, debated, amended, and passed at different government levels. Knowing how a bill becomes law, the role of committees, and the influence of public opinion, lobbying, and advocacy can help clarify how policies come to fruition and how citizens can have a say in the process. On a global scale, understanding international law, including treaties, conventions, and agreements between countries, is vital. Topics like human rights, trade agreements, and environmental law are shaped by international norms and can have significant impacts both domestically and globally. Knowing my rights and responsibilities under the law is crucial. This includes understanding things like contracts, property law, consumer rights, and employment law. It's helpful to know what legal protections are available in various situations and what obligations we have as citizens and residents. Lastly, I'd like to be more informed about the role of legal advocacy, public defenders, and the barriers to accessing justice, especially for marginalized communities. Understanding the challenges faced by those without adequate legal representation and the importance of organizations that provide legal aid can help illuminate the broader issues of equity within the legal system. By gaining a deeper understanding of these topics, I can be better prepared to engage with legal matters, advocate for change, and make informed decisions. The law is complex, but it's also the framework that holds society together, and staying informed is key to making sure it serves everyone fairly. Politics. Understanding the landscape of our government and the people who are running it is crucial, as it allows us to make more educated decisions, participate more effectively in discussions, and ultimately play a part in shaping the future. 1. It's not just about knowing who the candidates are, but understanding what they stand for and what their proposed policies will mean for the country. I want to learn more about the major parties' platforms and where they stand on critical issues like healthcare, education, the economy, and climate change. 2. While presidential elections grab most of the headlines, much of the impactful policymaking happens at the state and local levels. I'd like to better understand the different roles and powers of local, state, and federal governments and how they intersect, overlap, and sometimes clash. This knowledge can be particularly important when voting in local elections, which often have a more immediate impact on daily life. I think it's essential to understand how lobbying and special interest groups influence politics and policymaking. Knowing who has the ear of our leaders and how they shape policy is crucial in assessing whether our government is working for the people or for a select few. Lastly, I'd like to understand more about the U.S.'s role in global politics and its relationships with other countries. Knowing how foreign policy decisions are made, the impact of international agreements, and the dynamics of global conflicts would help in understanding how decisions made in the U.S. affect the world and vice versa. Being informed about these topics not only helps me as a voter, but also allows me to engage in meaningful conversations with others. It can be overwhelming at times, but I think taking small steps to learn more and staying curious is key.